everyone. Thank you so much for joining me on another episode of Why I Love Flagler County, your local podcast spotlighting local businesses and local residents on what they love about being a part of Flagler County. So today I'm super excited to have my guest, Dr. Pamela, with us today. Pamela, thank you so much for the time today. I really appreciate it.
I'm so happy to be here, Macy.
Of
I've been looking
course.
forward to it.
Oh, I'm so glad. Dr. Pamela and I have been connected kind of through social media. We've been at the same events a few times here and there. So I'm
Yeah.
glad we finally got some time on the calendar to really do this. So why don't you kind of kick us off, kind of kick off the episode and tell me a little bit about your journey coming here to Palm Coast, coming here to Flagler.
Okay, well, I am a native Floridian, actually, and I was born and raised in Daytona Beach, Florida. But I came to Palm Coast after I completed my doctorate at Northern Illinois University. I was
Nice.
offered a job to get the federal Head Start program up and running. And if you don't know what that is, it's an early childhood program. Love, they have the best model ever for early childhood development. And so that was 26 years ago. And I came to Palm Coast. I started working, and it was a really, really good experience. I met my late husband here, and we had a great marriage. And I decided Palm Coast would be my home.
Wow, that's awesome. So you lived in a few other places. I mean, being in Illinois, it's a little bit of a change from Palm Coast, so I'm sure I was glad to kind of come back down here from that.
Yes, yes, it was very cold for a very long time for the whole 6 years, 6.5 years that I
Oh
was there.
wow. Yeah, so you were there for a while.
Oh,
You really got to soak in all of the I actually had a friend, she moved from Miami. She was born and raised in Miami. And
uh-huh.
she's been going to school for the past, I think, 3 years in Illinois, in Chicago.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
so that's a change for sure.
It's a very different lifestyle. You know, we get cold days, but there it's like a whole cold season, many,
It
many months. And it was very different. I had to dress differently, prepare my car differently, but it was worth it because, hey, I got my doctorate
There
and
you go.
yep, yep.
That's so cool. Well, that's amazing to hear. Well, why don't you share a little bit about what you're doing here in Palm Coast, and how you're helping people?
Okay, I retired in 2020. And at that time, I was working for the Flagler County School District as the homeless education liaison. And that was a position that was very fulfilling. And I was working with a population of people that um, the majority of the people who live here didn't even know they existed. But I got lots of support from the community, and I was able to do so many things for the families, give temporary um, housing in the hotels, and they could stay there for a few nights. I was able to collaborate with other agencies here in Flagler County, and they gave a lot of donations, and we helped put some of the families in rental property. We put, funds together to help them. I had students who played sports, and I was able to help them with some of their equipment and just a lot of things. And then I did a lot of education to enhance awareness about the homeless population here in Flagler County. And so in 2019, my husband passed, and that changed my whole life. And I was still working, and on one day I was at work and I was collecting gifts for my homeless families, and I tripped and fell and hit my head on an iron bench,
Oh
and I
no.
suffered a traumatic brain injury. And so I wasn't able to go back to work. And 9 months after that, I had to have open heart surgery. And while I was recuperating from the open heart surgery is when I retired. And after retiring, I um, was able to come home from the hospital. I had gotten COVID in the hospital and I was in isolation for 10 days. Came home, my oldest brother died. And just the next month, my youngest brother died.
Mm.
And after going through all of those traumatic events, I found myself using my faith in God to overcome. And once I was on the other side of all of those events, I decided I wanted to give back and help other women who were going through the same things like I went through. The widows, women who are looking at retiring. Also, I wanted to help any woman who's trying to go through a transition and finding it difficult, who's fearful, doesn't have any confidence. And so I decided, I will be a life coach. And so that's how I got here to being a coach. And so now I work with my clients on mindset and navigating their transitions with courage and confidence.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, thank you so much for sharing all of that story and just kind of sharing all the different events that kind of led you here. Because those are some really big moments, a
Yes,
lot unpacked together, back to back to back.
yes,
But you're such a positive and amazing person to be around, and I think that's really a testament to the faith.
yes.
I know a lot of people, they're like, "Oh, I'm better," I'm on the other side of it, but then you can kind of tell that there's still something that they want to work on, that they need to work on. And I'm
Yes.
not saying you're completely 100% past any of this,
Hmm.
but I can definitely tell that you really do have all that faith in God and letting Him lead the way. And now you're helping other women do that as well, which is so, so helpful. And one of those niches that you really need to explore. Because we all
Hmm.
have different events we need to navigate in our lives. Sometimes it could be something as big as someone passing away, or it could be just a different life change. All of those things, I feel like we're never really prepared for. And that's why we have someone like Dr. Pamela to kind of be on that outside and hold our hand through everything.
Yes, yes.
That's
I
awesome.
really have a passion for it. I enjoy it. So many times, as I look back at some of my friends, and as we get older, we think all of our best days are behind us, but
Mm,
it's not. I can remember the day after having my surgery that I said, God, I want to live. I want to live. I want to live my life. And it's been great. I have a wonderful support system with family and friends, and I've been able to do some traveling and just enjoying life. I really enjoy my family. I love it when they visit and I get to visit them. And I love being out in the community, networking, and hopefully making an impact,
mm-hmm,
because that's what life is all about, giving back.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And enjoying life too.
Yes.
I think sometimes people hear the term like, oh, you have to be a giver and you have to go out and do all these things, and you should 100%. You should have that leading with your heart. But
Mm.
you can enjoy your life too. I think sometimes people need to hear that you want to give, but you also do want to receive. And that's the other big part about giving, is letting other people give to you.
That
And
was a major lesson for me, Macy.
yeah.
When I wasn't able to do for myself because I've been such a giver, it was a lesson for me in receiving. And I mean,
Yeah.
people poured the love on me, and I learned to receive it, to accept it, and it really made me so much better.
Yeah, I know that's been a big thing for me as well, as I love to be a giver. And then
Mhm,
my brain is like, don't take anything, but don't receive anything. Like if like I love to bake, and I always want to
mhm.
just give everything, and then people are like, oh, can I do something for you? And I'm like, no, 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 no. But now I'm like, okay, sure, if you'd like to, I'd love to have it. And I think it builds a stronger relationship between me and the other person. It doesn't feel as bombarded on one side. And it's made us stronger. So I think there are so many amazing things to learn. So I appreciate you coming on and already sharing some amazing things that people can take away. Just a little nugget here and there, but they can learn more. What is the best way that people can go learn a little bit more about you, about your services, and maybe how you can help them?
Okay, I have a website, and my website is www.drpamsplace.com.
Amazing. Mhm.
Yes, and then I'm also on Facebook at dr.pamsplaceforcoaching, and I'm on Instagram with the same address.
Amazing. Okay,
And
perfect. Mhm.
just reach out to me, and I look forward to meeting some of the people who are listening to me. I look forward to the feedback. You can leave me some feedback and let me know what you think about what I said.
Of course. Well, I'll make sure I have all of this information in the description. People can copy, paste, click, whatever makes it a little bit easier. Would definitely recommend checking out and just having a great conversation with Dr. Pamela. She has been so much fun to have on the show, just to learn a few minutes about her incredible, incredible and amazing story. So, Dr. Pamela, thank you so much for coming on, sharing a few minutes of your time. I really appreciate it. I'm so glad we finally got around to it. This has been a blast.
Yes, 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 it
Awesome.
has been.
Of course. Well, thank you to everyone listening. I really appreciate you as well, and I will see you next time. Bye.